James Gunn says he would make an R-rated Scooby-Doo 3 if he had the time. I love you guys, but this isn't what I said. And the article's title is full-on false. This is a big shame because I think we all would have appreciated and enjoyed an R-rated Scooby-Doo 3 movie. Just putting it out there, James Gunn, that even if you didn't say this, maybe you should. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are once again returning to r/quityourBS, the subreddit dedicated to people lying and being called out for those lies. Why do they lie? Who knows? I don't, but here we are. Before we begin, I just very quickly, my camera's out of focus again. Why is it? My camera's decided today that it just wants to focus on the background. Hello, I'm right here. It's me, camera. There we go. That's weird. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. I mentioned in my last video, but I mentioned it right at the end, so I'm gonna mention it at the start of this video that I'm gonna start live streaming soon. Probably in a couple of weeks from now. I'm going to start live streaming every Thursday. It will be from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. so about 3 hours every Thursday, once a week. I might stream more often every now and then if I feel like it, but to start with, I'm going to be doing once a week so that I don't burn myself out because I'm also working a job and YouTube at the same time, so I don't want to burn out, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link is in the description, and not my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, and follow it, not subscribe, unless you want to subscribe, but there's no reason to subscribe straight away because I'm not streaming yet, so that might be a waste of money. I'm rambling. Anyway, yes, I'm going to be starting live streaming in a couple of weeks. I will be announcing it closer to the time on my community tab and stuff, but just so you guys know, I will be doing that soon. So go check out my Twitch channel and follow it so that you don't miss a stream. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Not enough gluten-free choice. Hi, I'm sorry to hear this. 2 of the canapes we served at the function you attended would have been gluten-free. Supreme of Irish chicken skewers and the goat's cheese lollipops. Our Prosecco drink on arrival is also gluten-free, and we serve gluten-free beer at the bar. Usually the wedding couple choose the gluten-free starter, ranging from the trio of melon to Bellingham Brewer cheese tartlet to Caesar salad to pate de Mediterranean tartlet to crumbled goat's cheese salad, and then all our soups that are served at every wedding are completely gluten-free, and we serve gluten-free bread with the soup. At the event you attended, every main course would be completely gluten-free unless you had the roast turkey and baked ham, which we would serve without stuffing, and all our sauces are also made completely gluten-free for all guests. For dessert, we offer creme brulee with gluten-free cookies, or panna cotta, or gluten-free Christmas pudding, or sticky toffee pudding, depending on what the couple choose. Not sure what more we can offer. This is quite possibly the most calm and polite way I've ever seen anyone say, "Hey, f*** you." All the Starbucks employees at Austin Airport just walked out. I don't know what the deal is, but I just walked past here. It's open and serving coffee. Also, FYI, airport restaurant employees are subcontractors for a single company and not employees of the brand itself. So whatever Starbucks does as a company has little to no effect on these folks. Wait, you're saying someone lied on the internet? What? An r/anti-work post isn't completely true? I'm shocked. Yeah, I've said it before, but I don't get it. I don't get lying about posts like this, especially when it's so easy to debunk, and this was very easy to debunk. What do you get out of it? Karma on Reddit? Congratulations. You got useless internet points. It's meaningless. I don't get it. Wish I could give 0 stars. Coffee arrived cold and tasted bad. Service was terrible. We sat for over an hour and the hostess told us our ticket hadn't even been processed yet. One person in my family has allergies, so we called in advance to see if they could accommodate for those allergies, and they said we could. She was the only one who got her food, but even then the waiter got her order wrong and gave her a plate full of food she couldn't eat. When we talked to the hostess, she got angry at us for being upset about this, saying we should have called in advance despite the fact we did. She also told us that we have no right to be upset about waiting an hour for our food because the ticket hadn't been processed. We ended up canceling and leaving, because if you couldn't bring a simple plate of cheddar cheese, tomato, and avocado, we don't want to know what else you mess up. It should be noted that they gave us a refund on our coffee, never returning again. I'm very angry and extremely disappointed. Not only did you ruin our meal, but also my sister's 18th birthday. Hello. This is an impressive bit of creative writing. Have you thought about becoming a novelist? At any rate, please allow me to correct your fabrications. Your coffee arrived cold because your table sent all of it back when it first arrived, stating it was not yours. After the confusion this caused, it was eventually determined that we did indeed send the right drinks to the right table, however not before they sat for a while. Keep in mind that these were 4 specialty coffee drinks from our barista that took a good deal of time to prepare. Actually remembering what you ordered would be helpful in alleviating this problem in the future. You did not sit for over an hour before your ticket was processed, and at no point did the manager, not the hostess, tell you that your order had not been processed. The total ticket time for the moment that order was placed to the moment your party decided they no longer wanted their food was 13 minutes. Any extra time spent waiting was the direct result of unreasonable demands of your server, such as demanding that he bring you bags of products from the kitchen so you could read the ingredients list. You did not call in advance to discuss your sister's allergies. You listed them in a written guest request when you booked your reservation online. We went out of our way to comply with all of the noted allergies during the extremely busy brunch service. We had notes on your sister's condition from her previous visit as well, and nothing was served to her that violated the information that was given to us. Your sister ordered a cheese plate with aged cheeses only, along with sides of tomato and avocado. This was precisely what was delivered to her. Our cheese plate, as stated on the menu, is served with house-made pickles, none of which violated any of the known allergies in your list. We did not give you a refund on your coffee. You were never charged a dime for anything, coffee or otherwise, because we no longer want your business. I can understand the frustration of having a close family member with a severe medical condition. If the condition, as it seems in this case, is so severe that you cannot trust that a restaurant's food will not make them seriously ill, I have 2 options for you. 1, bring an already prepared allergen-safe meal for the restaurant's kitchen to heat and serve with the rest of the table's foods, or 2, stay home. We take allergies very seriously here, and we do go out of our way to make accommodations where possible. We are not, however, mind readers, nor are we medical professionals. These are unreasonable asks for any restaurant. Another thing we take seriously is the mental health of our staff. When it is clear that a guest is being unreasonable to the point of disrupting our entire service, we will disengage and ask that guest to leave, as we did with you and your party. I'm happy that you've decided not to return. That will save you the embarrassment of being barred from entering my restaurant next time you try to dine with us. Oh, you know that previous post I said was the politest way of saying F you? Well, this is a contender. I'm pretty sure this just topped it. Honestly though, lying about something like this is so common, of people lying about restaurants not serving them things or having bad service, when the records the restaurant have completely show that the person is at fault. It's so common and it annoys me every time. Like, come on. If you were being a jerk, and even if you didn't get your meal and that's an issue, okay? If you were being a jerk and being rude to the staff and everything like that, and then got a refund, why are you gonna make up stories about them? According to Variety, Halle Bailey has been cast as Kitty Pryde in the upcoming XCOM movie? That's a very different X-Men movie. XCOM is a very different thing. This is not true. LMAO. Why even lie? Where did they even get this info from? Where do they just... Do articles really just make stuff like that up and just go, we've got hit information about this person playing a thing, and they just make it up? Did they hope that it would become true because they wrote about it? I don't understand. Cows are such sweet creatures. They don't deserve any of what humanity does to them. This is why I can't eat meat. I see stuff like this and it breaks my heart. I don't see food, I see a life. Lol, you have a post in your profile of you grilling chicken. Well, that's different, obviously. Chicken the animal is different to chicken the meat. Everyone knows that, right? Faking things for karma on Reddit is one thing, but like faking being a vegan? That's a whole nother level of why? Some kids in my high school made fake dollars on our fancy new printer and used them in the vending machine. It worked. Apparently that's a federal crime. The FBI showed up, people were arrested and expelled. I call BS. I worked with calibrating/interfacing coin/cash accepting devices, and they have more than one verification mechanism built in. And no way in the world it would accept anything printed on A4 paper or any other easily available paper for that matter. Yeah, honestly, do they really think it's that easy to cheese? Like, they don't just have a picture, they're just like, oh, it looks like money, I guess it's money. There's so much that goes on with verifying money, like so much. For one, have you seen what happens if you shine a black light on some money? Like the material they're made out of, the super incredibly tiny detailed prints on the money, like the thickness of the material they're printed on. There's so much, and that's only what I know of. There's probably like a ton more. There's even like the holographics on them and stuff, but I'm sure there's way more that the average person doesn't know exists, purely because that kind of information would not be great for everybody to know. My experience tells me otherwise. Lol. I have a reductionist theory on physically infinite universe that excludes the Big Bang Theory, but includes the observations used to justify the Big Bang Theory. And let me tell you, a lot of people get just as offended when you talk about the potential that the Big Bang never actually happened as they would if you told them that God doesn't exist. Do you have an actual model? A mathematical framework? I do. I'm currently working on the way to release it anonymously, as I don't want the attention it would bring. This is you, Mr. Reductionist Theory on physically infinite universe that excludes the Big Bang Theory but includes the observation used to justify the Big Bang Theory? Velocity, acceleration, distance, help. So I have been trying to look into this for a while, and every time I do, my brain fog rolls in and I just go blank. Been trying to figure out the proper formula or formulas I'd use for this problem. If I see a car traveling down the road, I pick a point A. At point A, I know the car is currently going to 20 miles per hour with a rate of acceleration of 4 miles per hour every 3 miles. When it reaches point B, 56 miles from point A, how can I figure out how long it would take the car to go from point A to point B? Picked random numbers in case anyone wanted to solve the specific problem above, so I concede how it's done exactly. Mostly visual learner here. Ah yes, someone with an extreme in-depth knowledge on astrophysics knows all about the creation of the universe and has a theory about the creation that discards the Big Bang Theory while keeping its observations. Doesn't know how to do algebra or work out velocities and increased velocities. Makes sense. I think my favorite part about this is that, judging by this post, they're asking for velocity and acceleration help was only 4 hours before they claimed that they had a reductionist theory on the universe creation. 4 hours before, and they didn't think that after claiming this, anyone would look at their profile to see if they've talked about this in more depth. Incredible. Working on a super flat server poster of sorts. It's every much still a whip, but what do you think? Like, is the slime too big? Is the shadow okay? I just need some feedback. Nice stolen art. I hate stolen art. I hate stolen everything, but stolen art gets to me. As someone that sometimes likes producing art, as someone dating an artist, who has a sibling who is an artist, has known artists, they work so hard, not in just the final pieces, but in everything leading up to those final pieces. So seeing stolen art just really bothers me. Like, there are a few things in my server that will get you an outright ban first time. One of them, you know, being bigotry, no racism, homophobia, transphobia, anything like that in my server, that will just get you banned. Stolen art is the other one. If you steal art, post it in my server and claim it's yours, outright ban. I don't even care. Too pricey considering the mediocrity of the desserts. Also, staff is rude, especially the owner. Asked them to fix my order once and they didn't do it right, so I went back to ask them to fix it once more and the owner demanded I pay for their mistake, and then when I refused, she grabbed my blue ras slush and threw it in my face. Not I nor anyone in my family will ever set foot back in that place. Unfortunately, you were arrested and charged with criminal damage to property. This was 4 years ago. Time to move on. This is all on camera. Due to you being on probation, you went to court again and had to pay a fine. You were legally not allowed back on the property. Due to your erratic and violent behavior, we had no other option but to have you arrested to protect our employees and customers. It's truly unfortunate that you have not learnt from your previous mistakes and you continue to blame others for your self-inflicted problems. We only hope the best for you. Wow. They got shut down real fast. That's incredible. That's a real incredible one right there. And the final post. Probably the worst experience buying a car ever. I came all the way from Ohio just to have to drive back 2 days later and bring their car back. Cal scammed me out of $800. Do not go there. After scamming me, this guy followed me, harassing me and calling me names. First and foremost, when you financed the vehicle on the Saturday, you said you had a job. When they called to verify with your employer the following Monday, they were told you were fired. You kept the car for 8 days as we were telling you to bring the car back and you kept giving us excuses. On the 8th day, we had to stay 3.5 hours after we closed at 6 to wait for you to bring back the car. You came in with an attitude, screaming and hollering, "Give me my money." The car was in horrible shape. You trashed it and the dashboard was lit up. The vehicle needs multiple repairs. The $800 that you said we scammed you out of does not even cover the cost of repairs plus detailing, not including the financing and other fees. We were more than fair by charging you only $800. Lastly, as far as your last comment, my employees do not follow customers, harassing and calling people names. That is a lie. One of the biggest and probably worst lies on the whole thing. Someone actually just was a criminal? Well, I mean, the last one, they were also just a criminal, but in this one, like, this is fraud, right? Is this fraud? They claimed that they were employed to get financing. They weren't employed, and then they trashed the vehicle before returning it, and ultimately were only charged $800, which wasn't close to what they should have been charged, and then went out and claimed they were scammed. That feels like fraud to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't really know the legalities of fraud and things, so, like, let me know what this would actually be considered, but to me it feels like fraud. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. As I mentioned earlier, definitely go drop by my Twitch and give me a follow, as I'm going to start streaming in the next couple of weeks. Special thank you to my patrons and YouTube members for supporting my channel. The Patreon is in the description down below if you want to support me. It helps a lot more than you might think, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless, but it does help a lot. There are so many names now, so many names, so sorry I'm not reading them all out, because holy moly, we've hit so many people and it's just too many to read out, but all of your names are on the screen, so thank you so much to everyone that supports me. I appreciate it so much. It means so much to me. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.